Were you aware that getting an abortion was getting in a covenant with a demon? What's Yahweh got to say about that?
Reading from Hallelujah Scriptures, Leviticus and Hebrew, chapter 18. And do not give any of your offspring to pass through to Moloch, and do not profane the name of your Elohim. I am Yahuwah.
Who is Moloch exactly? I looked him up, and when I did, I came across this. Moloch is a word which appears in the Hebrew Bible several times, primarily in the book of Leviticus. The Bible strongly condemns practices that are associated with Moloch, which are implied in child sacrifice. And then I also came across this one right here. And this one says Moloch is the name of a god associated with child sacrifice in the Hebrew Bible with Phoenician religion.
Sure. So anytime you see a ritual being done, there has to be a sacrifice. Sometimes you see like goat, chicken, cow, all that type of stuff. They need a sacrifice. Well, when you lay down and had sex with somebody outside of marriage, then you had a ritual that was done. And the wages of sin are death. Remember that. So now you have a baby. Now you go and get it aborted, which is the sacrifice to that demon. Now, Moloch in the Bible was a sacrifice you made if you wanted like fame or platform or riches or something like that. You may say, well, I just got an abortion because I couldn't really afford to have a baby right now. Well, bingo. You just had an abortion for the money. You had an abortion. Well, I'm just really busy with work. You had an abortion for the platform.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's very simple. And so the covenant was made when the blood was shed during the death of that baby. In Genesis 4:10, he says, the blood of Abel cried out from the ground, right? Cried out from the ground against his brother. So we know that blood that is dead, Abel's gone now, but the blood is crying out from the ground to curse his brother. We can only imagine how many babies that we've murdered are crying out against us as a nation, as a bloodline, or as an individual.
1 second here. So let's back up. So the blood covenant, is it for both the man and the woman?
For sure.
So even because the man was involved in that sexual act, he's
in it.
And what?
Because the wages of sin are death. So you sin to have sex with this person. Now, this is not for those of you, because I know people in the comments are going to say, what about DNC? I'm not talking about none of that. What about a miscarriage and you got that the baby's already dead? So I'm not talking about none of that. I'm not talking about any of that. What about plan B? You having sex outside of marriage anyway. You shouldn't be taking that as well. Like, you can't make all these provisions for the sin. The wages of the sin is death. That's just as simple as it is. You can't get more clear than that. So even if the man doesn't know that that person had an abortion, because what did I say? The devil doesn't care about you knowing.
It don't matter.
He just wants you involved in the covenant, because you were supposed to have sex in the boundary of marriage, and the boundary keeps you safe. If you have sex outside of the boundary, then all types of covenants can be made behind your back.
Leviticus in Hebrew, chapter 20, verses 2 through 5. Say to the children of Yasharel, any man of the children of Yasharel, or of the strangers who sojourn in Yasharel, who gives any of his offspring to Moloch, shall certainly be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. And I shall turn my face against that man, and shall cut him off from the midst of the people, because he has given of his offspring to Moloch, so as to defile my Mikdash. This right here is tabernacle. We gonna say that one more time for the people in the back. So as to defile my Mikdash, and to profane my Kodesh, that's sanctified name. And if the people of the land at all hide their eyes from the man, as he gives any of his offspring to Moloch, and they do not kill him, then I shall turn my face against that man and against his clan, and shall cut him off, and even go horn after Moloch from the midst of their people.
And you can't even sugarcoat that. The Most High is definitely against abortions. That's it. That's all.